the last time I'm ever going to a movies with that Ed Norton.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? Every time there was a love scene, he put his arm around Trixie and started to hug her.
And what's wrong with that? I happen to think that's very romantic.
Romantic, huh? I was sitting between them. When I go to a movie, I want to see a love scene, not be in it. Hey, were these lights on all the time we were out?
Sure, I left them on.
What's the matter? Are the mice afraid of the dark?
I happen to have read once in a magazine where when nobody's home, you leave a light burning. That way, if a burglar comes, he thinks somebody's home and he goes away.
Well, please leave the lights out and let a burglar come in if he wants. What could a burglar get in here anyway? And if he dropped something, we'd be ahead. I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Don't you want to have a cup of tea with me?
No, I'm too tired.
Why don't you sit with me, Ralph, and have a cup of tea?
If I had the strength to sit up, I'd have some tea.
Oh, all right. Sure you won't have a cup of tea, Ralph?
I said no!
You don't have to shout, Ralph. I wish once in a while you would try to behave a little bit like a gentleman. You could certainly take a lesson or two, you know, from that Ronald Coleman who was in that picture tonight. Oh, he was so suave and so smooth and so sophisticated. Why can't you be a little bit more like him?
What has Ronald Coleman got that I ain't got? What are you laughing at? I happen to know that Ronald Coleman in his underwear looks exactly like I do.
How would you know?
Never mind how I know. I knew a guy that knew him in the Army. Where's my bathrobe?
Your bathrobe is hanging on the door where you left it this morning.
Boy, you certainly hand me a laugh.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe I'd be a little more like Ronald Coleman if you were a little more like Lana Turner. You know, Lana didn't look too bad in that picture either.
Well, how could she possibly look bad? She gets her hair done by Max Factor, her eyelashes by Max Factor, even the coloring is by Max Factor.
Yeah? Did you get a load of that figure in a bathing suit? She didn't get that from Max.
You always did go for the flashy blonde type. Now, me, I thought the other girl in the picture was much sweeter.
You mean the one that fell down the elevator shaft and lost her memory?
Yeah. That's the one. What was her name again?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Gee, you know, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Her name was, oh, you know her name, Ralph. She's the one that wrote the article in the movie magazine last month, the one that was called, How to Hold a Husband.
Well, if you don't know her name, why don't you call up her husband?
I can't. They were divorced last week. Mention some movie actresses' names.
Louise Bazenda, Marjorie Main, Shirley Temple, and Good Night.
Hey, forget about it, because it's not that important.
Now I can't sleep. Now I can't sleep, and it's your fault.
What do you mean it's my fault?
You know I can't sleep if I got anything on my mind, and I can't think of that dame's name.
I don't know her name. I'll find out what it is tomorrow.
Oh, no, you won't find out what it is tomorrow. You know I can't sleep if I'm thinking of something. I saw her in 1,000 pictures. It's very simple what her name is. She's got a very odd first name. Mention some odd first names.
Well, there's Jennifer and Myrna, Toby, Millicent.
Hey, wait a minute. That's it. Millicent. Millicent Brady. That sounds familiar.
It should. She lives next door.
I know what's the matter. We're going at this too hard. You know, when you try to rack your brain to think about something, it never comes to you. You gotta relax and be calm. Get on another subject entirely.
All right.
Let's just be relaxed. Any mail for me today?
Nothing.
What's her name? Hey, wait a minute. I know. Where's that paper I brought in tonight? They advertised the picture in the paper. I got it.
Oh.
It's the same paper.
Well.
Where's the theater section?
I think I wrapped the garbage in it, Ralph.
Oh, you're beautiful. Look out. Here it is. There's the ad. Lowe's Twilight. Burning Lips, starring Ronald Coleman and Lana Turner, and...
Well, what's the name?
I don't know. You got ketchup all over it. This is all your fault. You're not satisfied with putting ketchup on everything we eat. Now you gotta put ketchup on the garbage.
Now, you see? That's one of the neighbors at the door. All your hollering and screaming has awakened him. You happy big mouth.
Who's a happy big mouth? Who's a happy big mouth?
You heard me. You're a happy big mouth.
One of these days, Alice. One of these days. All right, you kiss.
Tell me what's going on. I can't get any sleep upstairs.
What's the name of that dame that was in the picture? Name the cast.
Ronald Coleman,
Yeah?
Lana Turner.
Go ahead, keep going, keep going.
You keep going, I'm still thinking of Lana Turner.
You gotta think of a name. What was the name of that girl that was in the fight with Ronald Coleman at the beginning of the picture?
I remember the scene. He slapped her in the face and
Hey, wait a minute. The marquee is down the corner.
Well, look,
Stretch out the window. I'll get a chair. See if you can see the marquee from out there. Pull this down. Go ahead, pal. What's it say?
Burning Lips.
Burning lips.
Be careful, Ed. You'll fall
Shut
out.
up. It's a chance we gotta take.
Ronald Coleman, Lana Turner.
Yeah? What's the next name?
Then there's another name.
What's the next name?
Ronald Reagan.
But what's between Lana Turner and Ronald Reagan?
Mr. Murphy's long underwear hanging on the line.
Here, listen to me.
Wait a minute. What's that? Come in.
What's going on here? All the neighbors are complaining. You better cut out the noise.
Look, I'm sorry about the noise. I'll tell you how it happened.
Don't tell me how it happened. You better cut out the racket or you'll tell it to the judge.
Judge. That's it. That's it.
What's it?
Arlene Judge. That's the name of the thing. Hey, thanks a lot, pal. We won't make any noise. Thanks, you, Officer,
Nolan, Jimmy Nolan.
Officer Jimmy Nolan. Thanks, pal.
Good night.
Night, night,
Good night. Well, baby, that settles that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Can a man get any sleep on his day off?
I'm just getting Aunt Ethel a cup of coffee.
Annette. I'm telling you, that woman has got to go.
She'll be leaving soon. She just came here to spend the holidays.
The holidays, that's a laugh. She got here Thanksgiving Day. She won't leave till the 4th of July.
Why don't you go back to bed? What did I do with the milk? Oh.
What are you doing now?
If you really have to know, I'm giving Aunt Ethel some milk with her coffee.
What, is she out on the ledge?
No, stupid, the milk is. I forgot to get ice yesterday.
Will you stop that? I'll open it.
Well, come on. Nothing works around here.
Look out. What's the matter with the window?
It's stuck.
Now, there's a brilliant observation. Did you sit down and figure it out, or did it just come to you like a flash? I know it's stuck.
Well, you gotta pull harder than that, Ralph.
If I pull any harder, I'll lift the whole building off the ground.
Why don't you push the top window down, and then maybe you can reach the milk from there?
Big brain.
Now, look out, you might fall out.
Won't that be a catastrophe? Then Aunt Ethel will have to have a coffee black. Look, get me a pot and I'll scoop it up.
Here. Oh. Now you've done it, Ralph.
Well, tell your Aunt Ethel to run down and lap it up before the cats get at it.
Is the coffee ready yet, Ellen?
In a minute, Auntie. Ralph, you will have to get up and go down to Krause's and get a bottle of milk for Aunt Ethel.
All right. Who's gotta go where to get what for who?
I just wanted you to go.
Nobody here is going anywhere but your Aunt Ethel, and you're packing her valise.
Will you be quiet? She'll hear you.
She'll hear me. Oh, no, she won't hear me. The only thing she hears is when you yell, dinner is ready. Did you see her eating last night? You see what she did to the turkey? You see her packing it in? She cleared that table like a hurdler.
Oh, will you look who's talking? Just look who's talking. Soon as you sat down at that table, you grabbed the biggest turkey leg.
Only in self-defense.
Well, you don't have to worry about it. She's only going to be here a short while.
Only a short while. You see the stuff she brought in with her? 3 valises, 2 hat boxes, 2 trunks, and about 9 boxes covered with heavy rope. I've seen explorers leave for Africa with less than that.
Now, what are you complaining about? She's not getting in your way.
Not getting in my way, huh? Yesterday, I tried to go into the bathroom to take a shower. She's in there brushing her teeth. I said, can I get in there? She says, I'm brushing my teeth. Well, I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait 15 minutes. Finally, she comes out. I go in and I get into the tower. I'm just about soaping myself. She says, bang, bang, bang. Let me in there, Ralph. Let me in. I said, you just brushed your teeth, Aunt Ethel. She says, I know, but I left them on a sink.
Why don't you dry up?
Dry up, huh?
Oh, so you're up, huh? Oh, well. How's my favorite nephew this morning, huh?
Just dandy.
What's the weather like out?
It's beautiful. Just the sort of day to go traveling.
Say, why don't we get this cot out of the room here and have breakfast? Come on, Ralph. Come on, I'll help you.
All right. Pull it up on that end.
Up. You just say needles and pins and pins and needles.
One of these days. Paul, I got kissed. I'm going in and take a shower.
Oh, wait. Would you mind if I go in and brush my teeth first?
Let me have them. I'll brush them for you.
Well, just go ahead, Aunt Ethel. Ralph's just joking.
Huh? That's all right. I won't be but a minute.
That's the last straw. She's getting out of here.
Now listen, Ralph. I know she's been a bit of a bother. But after all, she's been all alone since Timmy died. When he was alive, she wasn't so lonely. She had somebody she could think about and cook for and care about and look after.
Yeah, well, why doesn't she buy another cocker spaniel? I'm telling you, I'm not getting any sleep sitting on this couch. Every night at 12 o'clock, she comes out of that bedroom and walks over to the Frigidaire for something to eat. Then on the way back, she drops some food on my bed. My cot looks like a smorgasbord table.
All right. I'll go in and talk to her. I don't know what I'll think of, but I'll think of something.
Well, so you're still sleeping in the kitchen, huh?
She's still here.
You know something, Ralph? You shouldn't put yourself out like this. I can remember last year, Trixie's mother come to visit us. Wanted me to sleep in the kitchen, you know. I wouldn't have any part of it. I didn't do it. I want to stay to my brother's.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, it would have been a good idea, but I had to sleep in the kitchen there, too.
Well, I got to do something. I'm going nuts.
Hey, Ralph, I got an idea. I've been thinking about it. Why don't you just stick your head out the window, see, and yell fire?
Well, how about the rest of the people in the house? They'll think the joint's on fire, too.
That's simple. You just yell, fire, and I do.
You are a mental case.
I got a better idea. You send her a wire, see, send her a telegram, say, come home at once. Sign it, your loving husband.
She ain't married.
What'd she leave home for?
Just leave me alone so I can think. Hey, wait a minute. I got an idea.
What?
I'll tell her my back is acting up again. I'll tell her the only thing that straightens us out is if I sleep in a soft bed and get plenty of peace and quiet.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. How are you going to get sick?
Just watch me.
My goodness, what's the matter? What's the matter?
It's my back again.
Oh, well, my goodness, you must be in terrible pain.
It's only one thing fixes it, Anna. I just gotta get in a soft bed and just get plenty of peace and quiet.
Oh, Well, that settles it. Alice, we'll start unpacking right this minute.
Oh, but Aunt Ethel, you just told me in the bedroom a few minutes ago that you were leaving this afternoon to visit Cousin Mildred.
Oh, but I can't go now. Oh, no. Why, it's my duty to stay here and nurse poor Ralph back to health again. Oh, yeah, what about that soft bed? You know that's a lot of modern fooling around. Now, there's only one cure for a bad back. Now, starting tonight, you are going to sleep right here on this nice hardwood floor.
Hey, Ralph, now's the time to yell fire, Aunt Ethel.
Will you get out of here?
Just trying to help. When you're sleeping tonight, watch out for the splinters.
Well, Ralph, looks like your little plan backfired.
One of these days, you too, pow, right in the kisser.
How's your back, Ralph? Your back hurts you, Ralph?
Pretty funny, huh? It's real funny. My back is sore and it's real funny, isn't it? Yeah. You know something, honey?
What?
You're married to a maniac.
Oh, and I love you.
You're the greatest. All right. Where are they? Where are they?
Don't yell at me, Ralph. I told you not to try and figure out your income tax yourself.
I can do it, Alice. I can do it if it wasn't for you. I told you I got this alphabetical folder to put all the bills in. I look in here and there's one piece of paper in there. And what do you think it says? It's a recipe for crab meat upside down cake.
Now listen here, Ralph. I put all the bills right over there on top of the bureau in a very neat pile.
Oh, yeah. Sure. They're in a neat pile, all right. Beautiful pile. I went over one of these papers 48 times before I found out it was an old bowling score. Now, what is an old bowling score doing in a pile of bills?
I told you don't yell at me. I'm not one of your bus passengers, you know. And furthermore, you don't have to be going through all of this stuff. My brother said he'd do this for you for $1.
What does your brother know about income tax? He doesn't even have an income.
Oh, yes, he does.
Yeah, but unemployment insurance isn't taxable.
Don't you talk about my brother. You're no howling success, you know. You and your $42.50 a week.
Will you shut up, the neighbors?
$42.50 a week.
$42.50
a week.
One of these days, boy. One of these days. Pow! Right in the kiss. What's the matter with you? Do you want the neighbors to hear everything? Do you want my salary to leak out?
Your salary couldn't even drip out.
Don't stain me, Alice. Don't stain me, because I'm already stained.
Now, I'll tell you something else. You know, I didn't have to marry you, Ralph Cramden.
Yeah?
I was already engaged to somebody else when I met you.
Is that so? I happen to have met that no-account bum that you were engaged to. Oh, boy. There was a soul. Why didn't you marry him?
Everybody thinks I did.
Your information, kiddo. My $42.50 would be plenty if it wasn't for your extravagance.
My extravagance? I want to tell you something, Ralph Cramden.
Yeah?
Last week I went to the butcher's and I bought a leg of lamb. The following day we had roast lamb. Then we had lamb stew. Then we had cream lamb. Then last night you had lamb croquettes and I put the rest of the lamb in your box luncheon for today. And this will show you just how extravagant I am, my good man. What do you want me to do with this? Take it back to the butcher and find out the trade-in value on it?
I applaud you. I applaud you. The first lady of the land. They should have made you Secretary of the Treasury. You're so smart. Sit down here and help me with the income tax form.
All right.
Just let's take it calm and cool with no arguing, just for about 5 minutes.
All right, Ralph.
It's as simple if you go about it right. They're very plain and understandable. I think that lamb's ready to go. All right. It says here, take item 5 or item 6 if you're married. However, if you've already deducted on item 2C, take some total of deduction and enter it on page 4, item B. Then you add the totals and you enter it as item indicated in item A.
Got the answer?
Are you kidding? I'm dropping dead from the question.
Boy, I don't know what's wrong with you, Ralph. An idiot could figure that out.
Don't worry, I'll get it. Let's see. We'll skip that for a minute. We'll look at deductions. Here you are, bad debts.
You can't claim any bad debts. Everybody that owes us money's paid us back.
Well, business losses.
And you haven't had any business losses.
Here's something we might be able to claim. Losses due to fire, theft, hurricanes, or explosions.
Ralph, we can't claim that either. In this house, we have not had any fires, thefts, hurricanes, or explosions.
I guess I'm just about the unluckiest guy in the world. Well, I don't know what to do. Taxes the way they are. Everything costing what it costs. 79 cents for a dozen eggs. Why should a dozen eggs cost 79 cents? It takes a hen no longer to lay a dozen eggs than it did when they were 30 cents a dozen. And there's another. That perfume I got you the other day. I had to pay a 20% luxury tax. Not only that, but I had to pay a city tax, a county tax, a state tax, and a federal tax. If I hadn't bought you that perfume, the whole country would have gone broke.
Oh, what are you being so pessimistic for? Prices are coming down. You know, the butcher told me just the other day the price of milk is coming down.
That's what you said. That's what he says, and that's what the farmer says. But have they checked with the original source, the cow? No, sir. I defy anybody to bring milk down if the cow wants to keep it up. Well, I don't know what to do. The way I figure it out, I gotta send them $15. Where am I gonna get $15?
Don't look at me. I haven't got it.
What do you say, Ralphie boy?
Hey. What? You want to do me a favor? Will you lend me $15?
Gee, Ralph, I'd like to help you out, but yesterday I bought a present for Trixie. I spent my last cent. You know how it is with women. Once in a while, you gotta buy them a present to prove you still love them.
What'd you get her?
New broom. What do you want the $15 for?
Well, I'm figuring out the income tax, and the way it comes out, I gotta send the government $15. I don't understand it. I still have to send them $15 after all of that stuff they withheld out of my salary. You know, sometimes I wish they'd keep my salary and let me take home the withholding.
Well, don't complain. Everybody's got to pay taxes. The government tries to be just as fair as they can.
That's right, Ralph. You got the wrong attitude. The government tries to be very helpful. Take this here, joint income tax. That's very convenient.
What's convenient about joint income tax?
Well, that way, both the husband and wife can go to prison together.
You are a mental case. You were ready for Bellevue.
Hey, wait a minute. Maybe you don't have to send the government $15. Let me see now. Maybe there's some deductions you didn't deduct.
I looked at everything. There's no deductions.
How about medical expenses?
It says here, you're only allowed to deduct from your medical expenses if your doctor bills amount to over 5% of your total income for a year. I'd have to get some very serious illness to do that.
Well, maybe if you're lucky, you can catch pneumonia before March 15th.
Now, what makes you think I could catch pneumonia? I'm perfectly healthy.
That's the best time to catch pneumonia. You got better resistance. Listen, after you're through with this, come on upstairs. We'll play some pinochle.
How can I play pinochle? I just told you I haven't got a cent.
Come upstairs anyway. I'll play solitaire. You can watch.
He's due any day. Well, I gotta have $15, and I ain't got $15.
Wait a minute. Didn't I see you put exactly $15 in the sugar bowl for that new bowling ball you're gonna get?
Yes, you did. And I'm going to use the $15 to get the new bowling ball, too.
You are?
Yes, I deprived myself of a lot of things to get that bowling ball, and I'm going to get it. Come in.
Oh,
Hello, Alice.
good evening.
Hello, Ralph.
Hello, Father.
I was just coming down the hall, and I thought I heard somebody in here.
Yeah. Make Father a cup of tea or something.
Oh,
Oh, no, don't bother, Alice. I can only stay a minute. I'm afraid that every time I see you, I'm always asking you for money, and I'm afraid that's the purpose of my visit again. You see, this time I'm collecting to aid the hungry and the homeless abroad. No doubt you're aware that people in other countries are not as fortunate as we are here. We, who by comparison have so much, should share a little with those less fortunate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, $15.
Thank you, Ralph. God bless you.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
thank you.
Of course, this doesn't get you out of coming Sundays.
Oh, no, I'll be there. Don't worry.
Well, Ralph, you gave the father our $15. What are we going to do about the tax?
I'll get it some way. I'll do an extra shift down at the bus depot. You know something? I didn't mean that before, what I said about income taxes. Boy, we should give everything to the government, especially this government. We're living in a great country. This is the greatest country in the world. We got parks for the kids. Everybody's free to say what they think, do, and please. It's a great place. You know something? We're pretty lucky, even though we didn't have a hurricane, a fire, or an explosion.
You know something, honey? I love you.
Baby, you're the greatest.
Anniversary. Oh, thanks. Trying to get this spot out of my dress because Ralph's taking me out tonight to celebrate.
Where are you going?
Well, on our first date, Ralph took me dancing at the Hotel New York. Since then, every anniversary, that's where he takes me.
My husband's romantic, too. On our anniversaries, we always relive our first date. He takes me to my mother's for dinner. Did Ralph give you his gift yet?
No, I guess he'll give it to me when he gets home.
Oh, what did you get for him?
Well, Ralph has had his heart set on a suede jacket. So I saved up $25 to buy him one.
Hey, that's a swell present.
Well, I was going to buy it for him myself, but then I didn't know what color he'd want, so I decided the best thing to do was let him pick it out for himself.
Sure.
So, oh, Trixie, nothing works on this dress at all. I've tried everything. The spot still won't come out.
Ah, don't worry. I'll loan you one of my dresses.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Don't be silly. You can borrow that white backless that you like. Trixie, could I? Sure, what are friends for? I'll go up and get it for you.
Oh, I'll go up with you.
Okay.
Oh, hiya, Trix.
Hi.
There. Hi, Alice. Happy anniversary.
Thanks.
Boy, you ought to put one of those kisses in my lunchbox every day to keep the coffee hot.
Hey, I don't know it's your anniversary.
Yeah, 13 years today.
Well, I'm not one for making speeches, but I just slide down a banister of life. May the splinters never be pointing the wrong way.
Thanks.
Ralph, I'm just going to run up to Trixie's for a moment. She's loaning me a dress for the night.
Oh, okay.
I'll be back in a minute. Oh, it's all right.
Some wife, ain't she? You know, we've been married 13 years today, and it seems like yesterday. I even remember the first time I saw her. First time I met her. We're in the same place eating. I even remember the first words I ever heard her speak. She said, "Hey, Mac, Give me a hot Frank and a small orange drink.
No, I can remember when I first met Trixie, too. She was dancing in a burlesque show. I used to wait for her, backstage every night. When she come to work, I'd give her a rose.
Yeah? Did she wear it?
You had to. It was a costume.
Hey, did I show you what I'm giving Alice for her anniversary?
No.
Look at that.
Hey. Well, that's beautiful. What is it?
What is it? It's a box to keep your hairpins in. It's got a little secret compartment to keep your bobby pins in it, too.
Oh.
But you know what this is? It was put together with 2,000 matchsticks glued together. You know, the guy that gave it to me told me it was imported. At first, I didn't believe him, but then I turned it over. See, made in Walla Walla.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, Ralph. That is something that she wouldn't go out and buy for herself.
That's it? Not only that, but it's an antique. The guy told me it's over 200 years old.
Hey, wait a minute, Ralph. Over 200 years old. It didn't have matches then.
Yeah, that's right.
How do you like that? It's more valuable than you thought.
Ralph, look at the beautiful dress Trixie's loaning me for the night. Isn't it lovely?
Ain't that nice?
Come on, Alice, let's go in the bedroom. I'll put a couple hooks and eyes on it.
Oh,
Okay.
say, wait a minute. Before you do that, don't you think we ought to exchange our anniversary gifts?
All right, Ralph. Wait a minute.
Oh.
For you, sweetheart. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Gee. That's what I always wanted, money.
Now you can buy that suede jacket you've had your heart set on.
Gosh, I don't even know what to say to you.
Well, while you're trying to think of what to say, while we're exchanging presents, here's something for you, Alice. Oh, Trixie,
Happy anniversary.
Oh, it's nothing. I just wanted to remember you. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a box to keep hairpins in, and there's a secret compartment that puts bobby pins in. It's made out of 2,000 matchsticks. Oh, Trixie, I don't know how to thank you. Oh, believe me, it's nothing. I got it at that little novelty store that's thrown out of business. You know, the one by the subway station. Oh, Trixie, it was so nice of you to remember me. Don't make a fuss over it. It's nothing. It only cost $2.98. To tell you the truth, I think whether to choose between that or a set of poppers.
Hey, don't give you a gift.
Here, Ralph. What'd you get me?
What did I get you?
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't come yet? Oh, well, when I told the store to have it here tonight, well, later or early tomorrow.
Well, what is it?
Yeah, what is? Well, I don't want to tell you. I'll spoil a surprise. You'll love it, though.
Oh, I know I will, Ralph, if you fix it out. Come on, Trixie, let's go in the bedroom and get the dress fixed. Better hurry, you're going out tonight.
Go on, give her a present. One of these days. One of these days. Pow! Right in the kisser. What's the matter with you? You a mental case or something?
Well, what are you getting excited about? If she likes Trixie's gift, she's bound to like yours.
What am I gonna do? I gotta get her a gift, and I'm broke. I'm busted. Wait a minute. I got an idea. I'll take the $25 she gave me. Instead of getting me the suede coat, I'll get her a gift with it. Well, I can't do that. She'll wonder what happened to the suede jacket. I know what I'll do. I'll take this box back to the guy that I bought it from. I'll get the $3 from him. Then I'll go down to the store. Instead of buying a $25 suede jacket, I'll get a $15 one and take the $10 from there. Then I'll go down to the depot and I'll borrow $5 from Freddie Muller. Then I'll leave him, come back here, get my bowling ball and hock that, get $5 on that, and then I can get her a present.
Listen, Ralph, by the time you do all that, it'll be your next anniversary. You gotta get another present.
Well, I gotta do something. Come in.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah?
I got a package here for Mrs. O'Leary next door, and there's nobody home. If I can leave it with you, it'll save me a trip, and I won't have to come back.
All right.
Okay? All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Night.
Gotta do something.
Ralph, it came!
What came?
My present! Alice.
Wait a minute.
It's back to Avenue!
Wait a second, you don't understand.
In the whole wide world.
Yeah, but you don't understand.
Trixie, I told you he'd get me something nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, Ralph, a dress.
Yeah.
Oh.
But look, I want to tell you something.
Honey, it's a little big, but it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's a little big?
Yes.
Well, that's good. I'll take it right back and exchange it, and tomorrow I can have the other one.
Oh, no, Ralph. I wouldn't dream of exchanging anything you picked out for me. Why, Trixie and I can get the sewing machine. We'll run it up in no time.
Slip into it, Alice. I want to see how it looks like.
Yeah, I'm dying to see
Yeah,
it
but wait a
myself.
minute.
Come on, Trixie.
Now I'm in a fine fix. What am I going to do? I got to go to Saks tomorrow and buy O'Leary another dress, and I haven't got any money. What am I going to do?
Well, look, take the hairpin box back, and get your $3, and then instead of a $25 jacket, get a $15 jacket.
Will you shut up and let me think?
It's a little big, honey, and it's a little bit too long, but Trixie and I can run this up in no time at all.
Well, now, look, you can't alter it now. We're late. We ought to go out right now.
Ralph, we don't have to be there until 10 o'clock. Trixie and I can do this in an hour. Wait, I'll stand on a chair and you can do it.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute, don't do that.
Now, you stop getting so jumpy. Right there will be fine. Just cut right around there. And don't be so nervous, Ralph. I don't know what's wrong with you. Would you cut this flower up, too, please, Trixie, because I don't like that.
Come in.
at all. That's it. Hello, Ralph.
How are you, Mrs. O'Leary?
I found
Mrs. O'Leary!
I found this note on me door. It says that me dress was delivered. What are you doing to my dress?
Your dress?
That's right. And I paid $23 for it.
She's right. It's her dress. Well, here's your $23.
Thanks.
Would you let me explain how it happened?
No, you don't have to. Of all the nerve, neighbors. Oh,
Jeez. What was that all about?
Would you mind if you left us alone?
Yeah, come on, Ed.
Yeah. Sorry if I embarrassed you, but it was her dress. The guy just brought it in here, and he handed it to me. You know, the whole she came back, and you come running out. You took it out of my hands, and when I saw how much you liked it, I just didn't have the heart to take it back from you.
Well, why, Ralph? You were giving me a gift.
I know, but I lied to you. I said it was coming, and it's already here.
Well, why didn't you give it to me?
Well, it was the same thing as she gave me.
Oh, I don't know why, honey, but I love you.
Yeah? Baby, you're the greatest. What's that, Alex?
Hi, Ian.
Ralph home yet?
No, he's not, but I expect him any minute. Oh, thanks. Oh, Ed, you shouldn't have done that. You get the dirt all over the people in the street.
Well, not. It's Saturday. They got to take a bath anyway. Hey, Ralph's usually home by this time, ain't he?
Yeah, but he's got to wait for his pay envelope tonight. He's got to stand on line. Boy, and I sure am glad it's pay night. There isn't a cent in the house. You know, I don't know where all the money goes to. Every Saturday night he comes home, he gives me the paycheck. By Monday, the whole thing is gone. For the rest of the week, I got to laugh at all the butcher's jokes so I can buy the meat on credit.
Alice, you know what you ought to do?
What?
Live on a budget like Trixie and me. Every single week she sets aside $5 for clothes, $10 for rent, $2 for gas and electricity, $4 for food.
Hey, wait a minute. $4 for food? How can she manage?
Very simple. 5 times a week we eat at her mother's.
Well, the breadwinner is home. Hiya, Norton. Hiya, sweetie.
Hi, honey.
That's what I like, a little appetizer before dinner. Oh, by the way, there is the pay envelope. You know, Norton, I just figured it out. It doesn't even pay me to go to work. You know what comes out of my envelope before I get it? Income tax, Social Security tax, unemployment insurance agency tax. I have to pay the union dues. Then she gets it. She pays the grocer, the rent, the butcher, the baker, and I get what's left. Believe me, if I had a hole in my pocket, I wouldn't even bother to sew it up. Well, I gotta go. I gotta get upstairs. Hey, wait a minute. What was that racket was going on up in your apartment last night?
Oh, last night, the Grovers were visiting with us. You know, Charlie and his wife always fight. We're sitting around, you know, having a cup of coffee.
Yeah?
All of a sudden, Charlie's old lady throws a cup at him. Then she hurls a saucer at him. Then Charlie starts to belt her with a spoon. Before you know it, they're fighting, kicking, scratching.
Why'd you stop?
Why should I? Our television set is broke. I had to have something to watch.
Norton, you are a mental case. Now go ahead upstairs and get dressed. We go out tonight for a little Chinese food.
Oh, that's right. I'll be right down with Trixie as soon as we're dressed in the proper attire.
Say, you know, Alice, I don't know about you, but I am starving to death.
Oh, me too, Ralph.
You know where I'll take you? Remember that Chinese restaurant we first went to?
Yeah.
Over on Flatbush Avenue, the Royal Chinese Gardens?
Hey.
That's the place.
That's kind of a classy place, Ralph. Don't you think it's too expensive?
So what? You get good food. All the truck drivers eat there. I'm going to start off with a little wonton soup. Then I'll have some spare ribs, some egg roll, some sub-gum chop suey, some butterfly shrimp, and some fried rice.
You know what I could really go for tonight? Some lobster cantonese.
And lobster cantonese you will have. And you can be assured that it's going to be good, too. You know, the owner of that place is a personal friend of mine.
Oh, yeah?
I went to school with him. Good old Irving Shapiro.
Well, come on, honey. You better get dressed and get out of there.
All right, sweetie.
Ralph!
What's that?
Ralph,
What's it say?
we regret to inform you that your services are no longer required. Good luck in any future undertaking the Gotham Bus Company.
Well, that's it. That's it. I'm through, done, finished, washed up. After 12 years of loyal service to the bus company, they throw me out like an old inner tube. Well, 12 years of driving that bus up, cross town, downtown, and what have I got to show for it? A pair of shiny pants.
Oh, don't take it so hard, Ralph.
Don't take it hard, huh? 12 years I gave them, the best years of my life. Treated them with the best kind of service beyond any ordinary duty. Drove the bus when I had the flu. I drove it when I had a broken rib. I drove it when my sacroiliac was out of place. I'm the only bus driver that had to have his tonsils taken out during his lunch hour.
Ralph, never mind, honey. There are plenty of jobs.
Jobs? Plenty of jobs, huh?
Sure.
I'll show you the kind of jobs they are. Here. Chauffeur, $25 a week. Are we living $25 a week? There's another one, chicken plucker, $15 a week. Can we live on $15 a week? I'll have to learn how to pluck a chicken and drive a cab at the same time.
Never mind, honey. You can always make a living.
How can I make a living? I haven't got any trade. So I haven't any occupation. I couldn't even go on What's My Line.
Honey, I'd like to help out. Maybe I can get back the job that I had when we first met.
No, you're not going riveting in any Navy yard.
But, Ralph...
No, not going to have a wife of mine work.
Ralph, look. We gotta have some money. So hock this, and you can live on it until you get a job.
What's the matter with you? You crazy or something? I told you when I got to this thing, you'd never have to take it off. And I meant it.
Hello, anyone for egg roll?
I think you and Trixie better go along without us.
What's the matter? You two been fighting again?
Nah, I lost my job.
Sorry to hear about that, Ralph. Wish I could get your job working with me down the sewers. They're not taking on any unskilled laborers. Hey, listen, don't let this spoil the evening. We'll still go out to dinner. It'll be my treat, Omni. What do you say?
Oh, no, Ed, we can't let you pay for it. And the way things are now, we gotta hang on to the whatever money we have.
And how you feel, pal? I remember when I was a kid, my father lost his job. I'd have worked for years. Didn't have nothing. Very poor. I didn't even have a toy to play with. Then I remember one Easter, uncle of mine come to the house, brought me one of those candy rabbits. Well, I loved it. played with it, showed it to everybody. Finally, it got so dirty I had to eat it. Well, I'll go upstairs and tell Trixie and I'll go. Ralph, you sweet kid. Look, there's only one way we can exist. You better go back to your mother and live there for a while.
Well, what about you?
Well, I'll get out of town, I'll get another job, and when I make good, I'll send for you.
Oh, no, Ralph. Running away isn't the answer, and besides, we're no good apart. Whatever you do, wherever you go, I'm sticking with you. Come in.
You got a nerve showing up here what after you did to me today? This is the guy that put that little note in my envelope. This is the guy that makes out the payroll for the bus company.
What's the matter, Ralph? What are you sore at?
What am I sore at? I'll tell you what I'm sore at there.
Well, all this says is the gang's going bowling tonight. If you want to go, I'll be by to pick you up.
Yeah, but on the other side it says I'm fired.
That's a hot one. We haven't used these forms in years. I just keep them around the office for scrap paper.
Dutch, I ought to frank you. What did you scare my wife like that?
Oh, you're not sore, are you?
Well, no, I'm not sore, but I'm not going forward either. I have a very heavy date with my wife. By the way, Dutch, I'd like to meet my wife, Alice.
Hi, Dutch.
Hello. Goodbye.
Sore. Hey, Norton! Hey, Norton! Get dressed. We're going. Hey! You know, that was pretty nice. You know, about sticking with me and everything. You're just about the greatest. You know that, don't you? Give me a large kiss.
Brother Raccoon. Quiet, please. Quiet.
Oh, here he is.
Brother Raccoons, as you know, we are gathered here for a very sad occasion. We are throwing this farewell party for one of our brothers, Brother Saxon here, who tomorrow night is walking the last mile.
Duh.
Because tomorrow night at this time, Brother Saxon will be a married man. Now, I think it only fitting and proper that we call on Brother Saxon to say a few words now, because this may be the last time he ever has a chance to open his mouth again.
I know. Pale already.
Don't worry about him. Go ahead, brother.
I know that all of you brothers must have been joking about the things you said about marriage tonight. I'm very happy.
That's because you ain't married yet. Wait till tomorrow, You are a riot.
I think it only proper that, being he's going to be a relative of mine, shortly, I should say a few words at such an occasion. Gentlemen, I am sorry to say that I feel very sad tonight, because I am largely responsible for the predicament that he's going to be in starting tomorrow. You see, I introduced him to my sister-in-law, Agnes. So it is obviously my fault, because you can see that he doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm very happy.
There you are. That proves it. He's stoned. Well, there is a silver lining to this cloud. However, I think that I end up with most of the silver in this cloud. You see, he's marrying my wife, Alice's sister. So therefore, he is going to have the golden opportunity of sharing that sweet, dear, old mother-in-law of mine.
Gentlemen,
It's hot tonight.
with your kind indulgence, Brother Raccoons, I'd like to propose a toast to Brother Saxon.
A toast.
Here is to you, Brother Saxon. May your life be rosy and bright. If you'll take the advice from an old married man,
You will get out of town tonight.
And now, Brother Raccoons, now that the dinner and the speech-making is over, I propose that we go into the club rooms for a little entertainment.
Stanley, you look a little frightened. Well, don't worry. We were only kidding you, pal. Married life's a great institution. It's all how you look at it. Are you, Agnes, all set up with the apartment?
Well, not yet, Ralph. We won't need one for a while. You see, when we come back from our honeymoon, we're going to move in with Agnes's mother and father.
Your what?
We're going to move in with Agnes's mother and father.
You can't do that, Stanley. You'll be making the biggest mistake of your life. Take it from me, I know. When Alice and I got married, we moved in with them, you know. Just for a short while, till I got on my feet and got straightened out. They were 6 of the most miserable years I ever spent in my life. You won't be allowed to make one decision by yourself. And they'll keep telling you that you're only a guest in the house.
Oh, I don't know, Ralph. They seem like nice people.
They seem like nice people? Sure they seem like nice people. Now they seem like nice people. Boris Karloff seems like a nice guy when he stands on a Red Skelton show, too, you know. You ever see him in Frankenstein? That's the real Karloff. And you'll meet the real relatives when you move into that house.
But it's too late now, Ralph. Agnes has already made up her mind.
Agnes has made up her mind? Agnes has made up her mind?
Agnes has made...
What's the matter with you, Stanley? This is the USA, the 20th century. She made up her mind. Who cares if she made up her mind? Don't forget, you are the king. Because a man's home is his castle. And in that castle, you're the king. You're the king of your castle.
Yeah, but Agnes was very definite about it, Ralph. I don't want to argue.
Well, if you don't want to argue, what do you get married for?
Stanley, if you take my advice, tomorrow afternoon when Agnes says I do, that is the last decision you allow her to make. From there on in, show her who wears the pants. Now, a little toast to Stanley.
All right.
Who is the king of his castle.
To the king!
To the king!
Ralph, I can't get over what a lovely bride Agnes made. Ralph? Ralph?
Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead, Garrity. Laugh all you want. For your information, I did not rent this from an undertaker. Boy. I want to tell you something. The neighbors that live in this house certainly kill me. You'd think they never saw anybody in a top hat before.
Oh, they're just jealous, Ralph, because you look so good.
You can say that again.
I was just thinking, Ralph, what a beautiful bride Agnes made.
Yeah, she did at that. Well, why shouldn't she? She's been practicing for 20 years. I never saw a dame so anxious to get married in all my life.
Ralph, how can you talk like that? Agnes had plenty of chances. Stanley wasn't the only one who wanted her to get married. There were plenty of others.
Oh, sure there were. Sure there were plenty of others. I can name 3 myself. A mother, a father, and a caterer.
I didn't mean that, Ralph, and you know it. My pearls are caught again.
Yeah.
Agnes was just waiting for the right fella to come along.
She was waiting for the right fella. Waiting for the right fella. Did you see what she did at the reception? Threw away her bouquet, and from force of habit, she ran and caught it herself.
She did not.
She didn't, huh?
No, her foot slipped.
Her foot slipped. Wish my foot could slip like that. I'd be playing center field for the New York Giants.
All right, Ralph, that's enough about Agnes. She's married now, and she's very happy.
Yeah, you're right, sweetie. She is happy. She sure is in love with that Stanley, too, and he's in love with her. That's the main thing. It's like you and me, see? We have arguments and everything, but you know that I love you, and I know that you love me.
That's right, sweetheart. That's all that counts. I'm going to make some coffee, Ralph. You want some?
Nah, I'm tired. I didn't think that reception was gonna last that long. I'm going to bed. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna put this in a box. The first thing in the morning, take it back to McLeod's. Because if I help 1 minute after noontime, I gotta pay a whole day on it.
All
so
right.
take it right back.
I will, Ralph. Come in. What's the matter?
Oh, he's a beast. Stanley's a beast, Alice. We just had the most terrible fight.
Well, what happened? Oh, now, come on, Agnes. Now, crying's not going to do any good at all.
Hey, what is she doing here?
Please, Ralph, Agnes and Stanley have just had a terrible fight.
A fight? Already? At least we waited till we got on a train.
Stanley's a beast, Ralph. He's a beast. I don't know whatever came over him. He was such a nice, quiet man. Anything I said he thought was wonderful. And now he's a beast.
Well, what did he do?
Well, after the reception, he just changed. He suddenly started talking crazy. He said we're not going to move in with Mother and that he was king of the castle. And then he said something crazy. Something like Boris Karloff dancing on the Red Skelton show. About this being the 20th century.
Why, Ralph, what do you suppose made Stanley change like this?
What are you asking me for? How do I know what made him change? I think I had something to do with it.
Don't be silly, Ralph. It's just that he's a friend of yours.
Alice, can I stay here for the night? I'm too ashamed to go home to Mom and Dad.
Now, wait a minute, Agnes. You're married now, and no matter what, your place is with your husband.
He's a beast. I never want to see him again as long as I live.
Oh, well, as long as you feel like that, maybe you better stay overnight. I tell you what, you and I can take the bedroom, and Ralph can sleep out here.
That's right, sweetie. You go ahead in there. Wait a minute! You're going where and I can sleep where?
Oh, all men are beasts.
Please, Ralph. Now, that's enough now, Agnes. I'll loan you one of my nightgowns, and you better get right to bed. Oh, dear, there's only one left. The rest are in the laundry. I tell you what, you take this, and I'll wear a pair of Ralph's pajamas.
Oh, thanks, Alice.
All right, Miss Dorothy Dix, fixer of marriage problems. Fix my sleeping problem.
Well, why don't you bring the cot up from the cellar?
I can't because the cot is busted in the cellar.
Well, Ralph, can't you sleep on something out here?
Sure I can. Sure. Bring the bed from in there, put it out here, and I'll sleep out here. Don't worry, there's plenty of places to sleep here. I could sleep in the sink if you want me. Not only can I get a good night's sleep, but I can wash up at the same time. Even sleep in the oven or in the icebox. I got it. I'll sleep with my head in the oven, my feet in the icebox. Then I'll have a hot head and cold feet. Just to break the monotony, I'll switch around every hour or so.
Ralph, it's only for a night. Now, by tomorrow morning, Agnes will see things differently. This is a very crucial point in their marriage, Ralph.
Why?
If we send her back to Stanley now, she may never get over this.
Well, why must we always get people together? Why doesn't somebody get us together? Why do I have to sleep in the kitchen?
Well, Ralph, if you don't want to do that, it's only one other thing that I can think of to do.
Well, if you got something else to do, tell me and we'll do it.
All right, we'll just put our coats on, get dressed, and go over and talk to Stanley and find out what made him change and started this whole thing.
All right, let's go. We'll go over and we'll put it to him. What made you... Go ahead to bed.
Ralph, you just said...
Go to bed. I got a big mouth.
I'll put some coffee on now, Agnes. You just stay right in bed and rest a while.
Oh, thank you, Alice.
to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Time to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. We gotta do something about this mattress, Alice. It's murder. You don't have to get up yet. I'll put the coffee on. I'll go in the kitchen.
What happened?
I fell down the stairs. That's what happened. What is the bedroom doing in the kitchen? Aha. Has she gone?
Oh, sure, Agnes. Try the blue one. I think that one will fit you.
Yeah, you can wear one of my suits, too, if you want it. Hey there, Uncle boy. That's a good word.
Well, I guess Agnes and Stanley are up in Niagara Falls now, huh?
Yeah, well, if Stanley's up there, he's up there alone. She's here. Agnes is in the bedroom.
Agnes is here?
They had an argument, a big fight, right after the reception.
Boy, let me tell you something. I heard of husbands and wives taking separate vacations. The first time I ever heard of separate honeymoons.
They're not on their honeymoon. They had a fight, I'm telling you. She's got to get out of here. Well, now, look, is she going to leave here or is she going to stay?
I'm afraid she's not going to leave, Ralph. And the way she's talking, she never wants to go back to Stanley again.
She never... What, do I got to sleep in the kitchen for the rest of my life?
Please, Ralph. She's going through a terrible ordeal right now. She's going to come out here any second. Now, please, whatever you do, don't do anything to upset her. Now, just try and say something pleasant, something that might cheer her up a little bit. And you too, Ed.
Well, look, Alice, you can count on me.
Oh, well, don't you look nice, Agnes?
Yeah. Boy, you look nice.
Well, hello, Agnes. By the way, I ain't seen you since the wedding. Congratulations.
What's the matter with you?
Well, Alice said to be cheerful, didn't she?
Oh, it's not his fault, Ralph.
It isn't, huh? Well, something's got to be done, and she's got to get out of here, I'm telling you that.
What did they fight about? Well, why don't you tell me? Maybe I can think of something. What did they fight about?
Ed, that is the strange part about this whole thing. You know what a quiet and mild person Stanley's always been all his life. Well, do you know that right after the wedding he changed? Well, nobody knows what happened to him. They got in an argument over moving in with my mother, and he absolutely refused. Then he started to rant and rave and carry on about how he was going to wear the pants in the family, and he was king of the castle, and how man is the boss in his own...
Oh, wait a minute. King of the castle, that strikes a bell. Now, wait a minute. King, I heard that something.
Why don't you go home, Norton?
No, wait a minute. Wait. King of the castle. I heard that someplace. Now, just a minute. If I can think of where I heard it, it'll make clear up this whole thing. King of the castle. I got it right in the back of my head. What'd you do that for?
You said you had it in the back of your head. I was trying to get it out. Who cares where you heard it or what it was? Doesn't make any difference what kind of an argument we had. Our problem is to get her back with him. I got it. First of all, she thinks Stanley's a beast because he started to boss her around, right? Want to be the master of the household, the head of the whole thing. That's why she thinks he's a beast, right? All we have to do is make Agnes believe that all husbands are that way, and she'll think he's normal, and she won't think he's a beast.
What are you talking about?
Look, tonight we invite Stanley over here for supper. We don't tell her anything about it. Now, I'll come home from work. As soon as I come in, I'll walk right up to you, and I'll start giving you orders. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And you say yes, sir, and no, sir, and do all that. And she'll see what goes on. She'll realize how husbands are, and she won't think Stanley's a beast.
Good. I can help out, too. I'll come downstairs a little later, and I'll say that I gave Trixie some orders to do, and she did them because she agrees with me that a man is boss of the house, eh?
Beautiful.
Oh, it's the silliest thing I ever heard of.
It is? Well, have you got a little better solution to this? Go ahead. Tell me about it. We'll do it.
Well, that part of it's just plain crazy. I will admit it's not such a bad idea getting the two of them together here for dinner.
You bet your life it's a good idea. And it'll work. Mark my words. Take it from me.
Just listen to him, will you, Alice? Because a man is king of his castle. A man is boss of the family. I think I know where I heard it, Ralph. The king of the castle.
Get out!
Ralph? What did you chase him out of here for?
I just don't want him around here, that's all. Now, about tonight. We'll have some roast beef, mashed potatoes. We get some peas and carrots.
Yeah.
Make some of that gravy.
Excuse me, I just wanted to tell you one thing where I heard that line about King of the Castle. I heard it in the Robin Hood motion picture. Richard the Lionhearted said it to Friar Tuck.
Gee, Alice, I didn't know you were setting the table. I would have helped you.
Oh, that's all right, Agnes. I'm almost finished anyway.
You said 4 places. You having company?
Well, I was going to tell you anyhow, Agnes. Come in.
Stanley!
Agnes, sweetheart.
I knew this would happen if you just saw each other.
Oh, Stanley, I'm so happy. I never should have left you, not even for a minute. Can you ever forgive me?
Forgive you? It was all my fault, darling one. I should never have talked the way I did, sweetheart. I never should have listened to Ralph.
Well, that's all past now, sweet face. We're together again, and that's what counts.
Stanley, what was that you just said about listening to Ralph?
I never should have listened to him, Alice. The other night at the bachelor party, he was telling me I should lay the law down about moving in with Agnes's mother and father, and that I should let Agnes know right away that I was king of the castle and boss of the family.
How dare he interfere like that?
Oh, I knew it couldn't be Stanley's fault. It's all your husband's fault, Alice.
Oh, just wait until he gets home.
No, he's a beast.
Well, I see that you're home. I didn't think you'd get here so soon. Back together again, eh? I'll be with you in a minute. Now, look here, Alice. As you know that this is my house, I can't see why we should have any discussion as to your understanding when I tell you to do something. Now, you know it's my house. You know that I'm the master of my house. And being the master of my house, I'm the one that gives the orders. I gave you an order. The master gave you an order this morning. But as I look around, I see that my order from the master wasn't carried out. Now, the master's wife is supposed to obey. Why didn't you obey and have my robe and slippers laid out so that when I come home from a hard day's work, they're there for me to slip into conveniently? Tut, tut, none of your feeble excuses. I can see that you're ashamed of yourself. The master forgives you. I'll not say another word about it. Just run in there, get my robe and slippers, and I'll call the whole thing off. The master has spoken.
Got your gas bag filled. Why don't you blow away?
What's the matter with you? Don't talk to the master like that. We never get it.
Ralph Cramden, how dare you interfere in their marriage? Putting all those crazy ideas into Stanley's head. He has just told me everything that you told him at that bachelor party.
I might have known it was all your fault, Ralph.
I shouldn't have listened to him, sweetheart.
Oh, it wasn't your fault, Stanley. He's been a troublemaker ever since he got into our family.
Well, Ralph, I hope you're satisfied.
Hi, old folks. Hey. Hi, Stanley. So you're still here. I want to talk to you just a little while. First, I'd like to talk to you, Alice. Trixie said that you wanted her to go to the movies with you tonight. Well, she can't go to the movies tonight. You know why she can't go? Because I said that she can't go. No particular reason. I said that she can't go, and I am the boss of my house.
Oh, Stanley.
Oh, Agnes.
Alice, I had no idea it worked so fast.
Would you mind leaving the premises?
All right. I see that it's another one of your well-calculated plans that went to pot.
I did it again. Did it again with my big mouth. I learned a lesson, though, this time. A real good lesson. If there's anything a man or a woman shouldn't do, it's get mixed up with somebody else's marriage. It's tough enough for young people to get along today without somebody butting their nose in, telling them how to run it. They can do it. Everybody else has done it. They need no help. Nobody, do this, do that, do it this way, do it that way. They can handle the whole thing by themselves. We did it. We had our arguments, but we settled them ourselves. And do you know why? Because there was nobody around to pick and pick and pick at us. That's why. Imagine me telling somebody how to run their marriage. You know what I'd do if anybody tried to tell me how to run our marriage? Ho-ho! Bang, zoom! I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Ralph.
Baby, you're the greatest.
Can I see him? I keep him in the bedroom because it's warmer in there.
Okay.
Put him here.
Oh, Alan!
Isn't he a darling?
Oh, he's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Is it all right if I pick him up?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, I've never felt anything so cuddly in my whole life. Where'd you get him?
Well, Mrs. Manicotti went to the pound today to get a dog for her kids, so I went along with her. I took one look at this character, and I was a goner.
Did you ever see such eyes? What kind of a dog is he?
Well, he's a cross between a cocker spaniel and a French poodle. It's, I guess you'd call it a cocker poodle. Trixie, you better put him back in the box, because I got to feed him now.
All right.
Yeah, look at that. Choice horse meat.
Horse meat?
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Well, they must know what they're doing, Trix, because the dogs are nuts about it.
Oh. Is that going to be enough for him?
Oh, sure. You don't want to overfeed a puppy.
Oh.
sweetheart. There you go.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Oh. Oh. Listen, does Ralph know about this yet?
Oh, no. I haven't told him yet.
Oh, you going to tell him tonight?
No, I think I'll wait till tomorrow morning. Because, see, the man at the down at the pound told me the dog's going to need shots. And Mrs. Manicotti's going to the vet's tonight to take her dog, so she said she'd take him along with hers.
Yeah. Well, once Ralph sees that sweet little face, he's going to love him.
I hope so. Say, Trix, how come you never got a dog?
On account of Ed. Oh, he loves dogs, but for the first few minutes that Ed's around a dog, he itches and wheezes and sneezes. Oh, it's something terrible. It's an allergy he's got to anything with fur on it.
Oh, gee, that's too bad.
Hey, you want me to drop the dog off at Mrs. Manicotti's for you?
Oh, Trix, that would be wonderful. And tell Mrs. Manicotti that I'll stop up there later, okay?
All right. Should I take the rest of the dog food along?
No, I won't have to feed him till tomorrow morning when I get him back.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Don't drop him now,
No,
Trix.
I won't. Oh,
thank
sweet
you.
little fella. Bye. I'll see you later, Ralph.
All right, bye-bye. Supper ready for you in a minute.
Oh, don't go to any trouble. I'm not going to eat here. I'll eat over at the lodge. I get just enough time to wash up and get over there. We got another emergency meeting.
Again? Ralph, you had an emergency meeting last night.
So?
So? Do you realize you raccoons have more emergency meetings than the UN?
Just so happens that the raccoons have more emergencies than the UN. Where's they out?
Well, is lovable big stuff home yet?
Yes, he's inside washing up. Ed, do you realize they have another emergency meeting tonight at the lodge? That's the 4th emergency meeting in this past week. I'm beginning to think those emergency meetings are nothing but a poker game.
Oh, wait a minute, Alice. Wait a minute. I'm surprised that you even think anything like that. An emergency meeting is an emergency meeting. Never a poker game. An executive meeting, that's a poker game.
Will you tell your lodge brother for me that I'm up at Mrs. Manicotti's?
I will do. Alice told me to tell you that she's up with Mrs. Manicotti's. Boy, this is delicious.
Norton, if I ever ran into you when you weren't eating, I don't think I'd know you. What kills me is you eat and you eat and you eat and you don't even gain a pound.
I guess it's my nature or my basic metabolism or something, I don't know. As long as I can remember, I weighed exactly what I weigh now, 165 pounds. As far back as I remember, 165.
Gee, I remember when I used to weigh 165. Did you ever see a picture of me when I weighed 165 pounds?
No, Ralph, I never did see any of your baby pictures. Right. Let me tell you, your wife, Alice, really outdid herself with this stuff. This is just delicious. Here. Bite it up.
Hey, that's great.
How about that?
It's got a real different taste to it.
You're a lucky guy. Anything Trixie ever fixes for me is right out of the can. Now, if this come out of the can, that would be different. This is terrific.
Norton, you just gave me $1 million idea. All I have to do is put this stuff in cans.
Ralph, you're sitting on a gold mine. You can make $1 million.
I don't care if I make $1 million. This is the thing I've always wanted to do for Alice. Why should she cook just for me and just have me enjoy it? I could put it in cans and the whole world can enjoy her cooking. I'm gonna make her rich and famous. I'll run the whole business for her. All she'll have to do is sit back and collect.
Boy, oh boy, that is a worthy sentiment. I mean it. Now, all you gotta do is get a hold of Alice and get the recipe. Then we're off.
Now, that's the last thing I have to do. All I have to do is tell Alice that I got a scheme to make money, and she'll say it's a crazy scheme.
Well, look, if you don't get a hold of Alice and get the recipe, how are you gonna sell this stuff? What are you gonna do?
Very simple. The first thing I gotta do is get some financial backing. Now, tomorrow when I go to work, I walk right into Mr. Marshall.
Mr. Marshall, the president of your bus company?
Why, certainly. He's a swell guy. Last year, for instance, there was some guy named Herman Fatrack. And he had some kind of an invention. It was a wrench lock. Well, he took it into Marshall, showed it to Marshall. Marshall liked it, gave him some money, and now he's got a whole factory going for himself. Called Fatrack's Factory.
Not bad, Ralph. But have you got an idea on how to present this stuff here to your boss?
I don't need any idea. I'll do the same thing we did. I'll let him taste it. He'll be sold on it just like we were. Now, as soon as he puts the money in my company, and Alice knows that my boss has got money in his thing, she'll be proud to give me the recipe.
Ralph Cramden, I gotta take my hat off to you.
Now, let's see. We gotta get some kind of a name for this.
Yeah.
How about this? Cramden's Delicious...
Now, wait, who? Wait a minute. Hey, you mean Cramden's Delicious. Mr. Marshall is putting up the money for this thing. You gotta get his name in there someplace.
You're right about that.
Hey, how about this? Cramden's Delicious Marshall.
What's the matter with you? Are you a nut or something? Brandon's delicious Marshall. What kind of stuff is Marshall?
Well, we don't know what this stuff is. You might as well call it Marshall.
Look, I told you I was going to give you a job, and that when you're with me, you're going to have a job for lifetime. I've said that time and time again. Now that we've got a winning solution to our problems, I'm still going to give you the job. But you're not going to be in the advertising department. This takes a simple little thing like a combination of names. Cranmars.
Grandma's what?
Cranmars Delicious Mystery Appetizer.
Oh, you got it. Now you got Grandma's Mystery Delicious
No,
Appetizer.
Delicious Mystery Appetizer.
Grandma's Delicious Mystery Appetizer.
That's
a catchy story. Oh, boy, you got it there, Ralph. That's beautiful. Let me tell you, you've been in many a venture that's failed and flunked and everything, but this one, I think you're going to hit it. I think you're going to make a fortune. And, pal of mine, you deserve it.
Thank you, Cran.
Thank you, my boy.
A toast.
Thank you.
It just goes to prove what I've always said. Every dog has his day. Thank you very much. Morning, Mr. Marshall.
Hello, Crandon. What can I do for you?
Mr. Marshall, I have $1 million in here.
Well, you must have had a mighty good day on the bus.
Very good. Very good. Well, it's like the men say, Mr. Marshall. You're a good guy. All of the fellas say the same thing. They say you're a guy that likes new ideas and a fella that you can come to and get advice, sometimes even financial assistance. Mr. Marshall, I have here a fortune. My wife made a whole bowl of this last night, and I scooped some up to bring it over as a sample, and there it is.
What is it?
An appetizer, the most delicious you've ever tasted in your life.
Appetizer?
Sure, an appetizer. People go nuts over appetizers. Walk into any supermarket. All along the shelves, they got jars of appetizers. But the difference is that this is something new and different. That's what the people go for, something new and different. This is delicious. It would go great with cocktails, or if, for a snack, or on crackers, or to make small sandwiches, even those hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Huh?
Hors d'oeuvre.
They'd be good for that, too. Here, just taste it. Just taste it.
No, I better not, Crandon. I'm on a very strict diet. No.
How can this harm you? It's homemade, pal. Here.
Well,
take a little bit.
Just one if it's homemade. Hey, this is very good.
What did I tell you?
I've never tasted anything like it before.
Everybody that tastes it says the same thing, Mr. Marshall. This'll be a riot.
Yeah, well, I want to try it on someone else. Now, Miss Evans, please tell Mr. Peck I'd like to see him in here for a moment. Mr. Tebbets, too. Crandon, this appetizer has possibilities. If it's handled right, it could be a big thing. Now, tell me, is this your wife's exclusive recipe, or could there be someone else involved, like her mother?
Oh, her mother? No, her mother can't cook like my wife. Her mother-in-law's a nice lady and everything, but anything she'd cook, I wouldn't give it to a dog.
I think I'll have another one.
Go ahead, pal. Eat it up. There's plenty of crackers. Here they are.
See me, J.M.?
Yeah. You both know Ralph Crandon. Look, I wanted your opinion. Now, taste this appetizer and tell me what you think of it.
What's this all about, J.M.?
I'll explain later. Just tell me what you think of it.
Hey, this stuff was great. It was very good.
Yeah. I know I've never tasted it before, but there's something about the aroma I recognize.
Hey, this is dog food. Dog food? Are you you nuts or something? Why should my wife make dog food? We haven't even got a dog.
Look, I could be wrong. Anybody can make a mistake.
Well, you certainly are wrong.
I don't think I am. But if you want to make sure, I'll get Charlie. He raises dogs.
Charlie. Boy, jealousy sometimes, I'm telling you.
Well, it better not be. Yes, Mr. Peck?
Charlie, do you know what that is?
I should know. I've been using this for years. It's dog food.
You know, Alice, a French name would be cute for him.
Well, I'll worry about a name for him after I get Ralph to agree to let me keep him.
I told you you're worrying over nothing. Once Ralph gets a look at that little face, he's got to fall in love with it.
Well, I hope so. You know something, Trix? I never realized what wonderful company a little pup is around the house all day. You know, this day just flew by.
Sure. That reminds me, I got to be getting back upstairs. Oh, goodbye, precious. If it wasn't for my Ed's darned old allergy, I'd get one just like you. I'll see you later, Alice.
Okay, Trix. Now, listen here. I want to tell you something. I have got work to do, and I have to do it right now. I don't want you getting it into your head that all I have to do all day long is just play with you. So it's back in the box. Okay? There. Oh, don't look so sad about it. Come on, we'll go in the bedroom.
Hey there, Ralph.
Oh, hi, Ed. Aren't you coming home a little early today from work?
Oh, no, I've been showing up to work an hour earlier. We're breaking in a new man there. Been with us a week. He's still wet behind the ears. Ooh. Say, tell me, Alice, has Ralph tried to get in touch? Excuse me. Has Ralph tried to get in touch with you?
No, bless you.
Excuse me, has he tried to get in touch with you about anything today?
No. Have you got a cold, Ed?
I didn't have a minute ago. Trust me, Evelyn.
Here?
What? This usually only happens when I'm around dogs. You got a dog?
Yes, I have, Ed. Maybe you better go.
Oh, no. I'm all right. It's just whose dog is it?
It's mine. I got it at the pound. But please don't say anything to Ralph about it before I do. He doesn't think we should have a dog in the apartment.
Oh, no. I won't. I like the look of the dog, if you don't mind.
Well, do you think you should, Ed?
Oh, I'm all right. It's just after the initial attack is over, then I'm all right. I want to look at the pooch. Hi there, that little poochy boy. Oh, what a beautiful dog this is. Hey. He looks like one of those make-believe toys, you know, like you wind up. He's beautiful.
I hope Ralph will like him as much as you do, Ed.
Oh, boy, I'm telling you, when Ralph sees this little fella, he'll go out of his mind.
Put him back in the box, because I got to feed him now.
Supper in bed, huh? Boy, they talk about a dog's life. There it is, the voice of doom.
What is it, Trix? Come on up. Your mother's on the phone. Oh, I'll be right up. Thanks.
Go ahead, go. I'll take care of the pooch. I'll feed him. What do I do?
Oh, you just take 2 spoonfuls of this dog food and put it on that plate and just give it to him.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Here it comes, Poochie. Here's your din-din. Boy. Heat up. That smells mighty familiar. Grandma's delicious mystery appetizer.
All right, where is she? Where is she, Alice? Come on.
Upstairs on the phone.
Upstairs on the phone, huh? Today was the most humiliating day I've ever spent in my whole life.
Really?
How would you feel if you gave your boss dog food to eat?
Terrible, unless my boss is a cocker spaniel.
Dog food? It's a miracle I wasn't fired. I know who did it, too. Alice's mother. She come over here to cook me a tidbit. That's what she did. She don't care what Alice gives me to eat, just as long as Alice can scrimp and save and live around here in a lap of luxury.
Those ain't the facts, Ralph. Those ain't the facts.
They're not the facts, huh? Then why would we have dog food around the house and in our icebox? What, if we got a dog or something?
Ralph Crampton, you have just reached the first plateau.
What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about anything. I'm not saying anything. Just put your nose in that bedroom there. Just go in the bedroom, that's all.
Well, that animal is getting out of here immediately.
Wait, don't.
Don't tell me to wait. Alice knows she can't have a dog, and she knows why she can't have a dog. Who's gonna take him out, huh? Me. Me, that's who. And when do dogs have to get taken out? 5 minutes before I have to go to bed. That is around midnight. And if you think that I'm gonna walk up and down the street in the snow and the sleet and the rain, walking some mutt back and forth, you're nuts. Alice is taking that dog back. Right back to the pound.
Oh, wait a minute. She ain't taking it back. It didn't cost her anything or anything. She's in love with that puppy. If you make her take it back to the pound, it'll break her heart and it'll cause a big fight, too.
You're absolutely right. It will cause a fight. So therefore, I'm not gonna have her take it back. I'll take it back. Back you go.
Wait. Just wait a minute.
Don't wait. Get out of my way.
Just give a good look at the dog. Will you just give
I
one
don't want
good
to look, a good look or a bad look. I'm taking him back to the pond. Now get out of my way.
Come on, just give him a look, will you, Ralph? You know what? I know why you're afraid to give him a look. You're afraid that if you look into these brown, soulful, trusting eyes, that it'll do something to your heart. Just look. Look into those eyes, Ralph. Look.
Put him back in the box, Norton. Put him back in the box or I'm gonna do something to you. Get out of the way. Open that door. Open the door.
Ralph Cramden, you've just lost your membership card to the human race. I still say it's the best appetizer I ever tasted.
Pardon me, sir.
Yes, sir?
I'd like to return a dog that my wife got here yesterday.
Well, let me see now. Well, it's a good dog. You, say your wife picked him up here yesterday?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Cramden. K-R-A-M-D-E-N.
I'll have to check the record first.
Okay.
You sure you want to get rid of this pup, huh?
Well, we have a small apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, give me. Don't look at me like that. I ain't got nothing against you. Honest, if I was gonna have a dog, I'd have a dog look just like you. It's just that, well, an apartment's no place to keep a dog, you know, and they're expensive and everything. Besides, somebody will come in and pick you up. Maybe somebody with a big backyard or something. Might even live in the country. Boy, you got some kisser. Honest, you'll see. This is probably the luckiest break you ever got that I didn't take you with me. Honest.
All right, here. Just sign this and I'll take the dog. Everything's in order. Thank you. There we go. Up you go, boy. That's it.
Something I can do for you, mister?
No. Say, tell me something. I just brought a dog back here. Will somebody pick him up and give him a good home?
I hope so.
What do you mean you hope so?
Well, a lot of people come here for dogs, but there ain't always enough people to take all the dogs we got here. We're only allowed to keep dogs here 5 days. We got a couple here now. They've been over the limit.
Over the limit?
Yeah.
Well, what happens to them then when they're over the limit?
Gotta be destroyed.
Hey, wait a minute. You mean that dog I just brought in here, my dog, is gonna be destroyed?
All right.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Hey, come back.
Who do I see about getting a dog back?
Lost dog?
No, a puppy that I got here yesterday, and my husband brought him back today, and I want to get him right now.
Well, you'll have to wait till Mr. McGregor gets out here. He'll be out in just a moment.
Come on.
What are you doing with my puppy and these other dogs?
Look, I hope you're not gonna get mad, but I fell in love with him. And these other two are over their limit. Come on, I'll tell you all about it at home. Come on. Wait to see these little ones. Did you see the new one? Let's take a look at
Judy.
Hi, Mrs. Cramden.
Something wrong, Judy?
Wrong? Oh, nothing could ever be wrong again. I've just met the coolest dreamboat ever.
Oh, you're in love again.
Not again, Mrs. Cramden. This is it. I finally found my superatomic passion. I'm going to be his angel cake forever and ever. I'll be Wallace's for all eternity.
Wallace? What happened to Freddie?
Oh, Mrs. Cramden. Freddie was so icky. A real termite. Strictly out of the wood. Besides, he was a mere child. You know, Wallace is a real man.
Well, just how old is this Wallace?
He's almost 18.
Oh.
He's a real man of the world, and I've got a date with him tonight. That's why I came up here to talk to you. You see, I hope you don't think I've been too nervy, but I've asked him to meet me up here at your apartment. So as soon as he gets here, would you call me? You don't mind, do you?
No, of course I don't mind, but why have him meet you here?
Well, he's never met my father, and I don't want to take any chances.
Oh. Well, where are you and Wallace going to go tonight, Judy?
We're going over to the amusement park, and we're going to go roller skating. See, they're having a bop contest.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to go on some of the rides, like the roller coaster, the tunnel of love.
Oh, boy, you kids certainly have fun. Roller skating, bop contest. Oh, dear, Ralph and I haven't done anything like that in years.
Well, I gotta be going, Mrs. Cramden. Now, listen, as soon as Wallace gets here, you'll call me, won't you?
Yes, I will, and don't you worry.
Oh, you're a doll, Mrs. Cramden.
Okay,
Bye.
Judy. Bye-bye. Hi, Ralph.
Look, can I eat right away? I want to take a bath and go to bed. I'm dead.
All right. You know, Ralph, I've been thinking. We've been getting into an awful rut lately. Do the same things, day in and day out, never any variation.
Yeah.
It's a shame, Ralph. But there are a lot of wonderful things that we could do. You know it'd be fun, Ralph? You know what we could do that'd be an awful lot of fun? We could go roller skating.
You got any ketchup?
It's in the icebox. And you haven't been listening to one word I've been saying.
Well, I've been listening to you, all right. I'll take you roller skating tomorrow night.
Oh, Ralph, that's wonderful. And you know where we can go? They've got a wonderful rink over in the amusement park.
Roller skating?
And you know, there are a lot of other wonderful things we can do, too, Ralph. We can go on the roller coaster rides, and they're having a bop dance contest. And then, you know, we can go take a ride through the Tunnel of Love and the Crazy House.
The Crazy House? You don't have to go to any amusement park for a crazy house. We got one right here. Bob contest, roller skating.
Well, what's wrong with bob contests and roller skating?
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. For kids. But not for you and me. Let's face it, Alice. We have been out of the age range of roller skating since Alf Landon stopped being presidential timber.
Stop being so ridiculous, Ralph. Why shouldn't we go roller skating? We're not that old.
We're not that old. We're not that old. Well, how young are we? How young are we? Let's face it. Our youth is past. The golden years are gone. We have hit the second plateau.
Listen, Ralph, you may think that you're too old, but I'm not. I want to do the things that young people do. That's what keeps you young.
You want to do the things young people do? Let's play some games that young people play. Let's play house. You be the mommy and I'll be the pop. All right, Mommy, clean up.
How can you be so icky?
Icky?
You're a termite, Ralph, strictly out of the woods.
Hey, there, off the ball.
Hey, what does icky mean?
I don't know why.
Alice just said I was icky.
Must mean fat. Why, what brought up the subject anyway?
You wouldn't believe this, Norton. What do you think she said to me? She wants to go to a bop contest, then she wants to go roller skating, and finally she wants to go through the Tunnel of Love. She says that's romantic.
Oh, the Tunnel of Love. I've been through the Tunnel of Love. That's not romantic. It's nothing. Wading through that water and all, it's not romantic at all.
How did Trixie like it?
Trixie wasn't with me. I was down there working, fixing a leak in one of the pipes.
That isn't exactly what Alice meant. She wants to go through the Tunnel of Love with me.
What do you and Alice know about fixing leaks?
Stop with the leaks. That's not what I'm talking. Come in. Look, I'm very busy eating. We don't want to buy any magazines or anything.
Man, what's this bit about the magazines? I'm Wallace. I came by to pick up angel cake.
Angel? You got the wrong joint. This isn't any bakery.
Man, angel cake ain't a cake. She's a chick. Now tell her to get with it, man. I got a frantic hot rod downstairs, and it's ready to percolate.
A frantic hot rod that's ready to percolate?
Yeah, man, aren't you hep? Don't you dig?
No. He drives the bus. I'm the one that digs. I work in the sewer.
Hey, Alice, you know anything about this?
Oh, you must be Wallace.
That's right. Is Judy ready?
I'll call her for you.
Oh, she's looking for Judy Connors.
That's right. Judy, Wallace is here.
I'll be right up, Mrs. Crandon.
Right.
Why doesn't he meet Judy Connors in her house?
She was down here this afternoon, Ralph, and she asked if it was all right. I'll explain it to you later.
Julia? Oh, that's too much.
Judy was telling us that you've got quite an evening planned. She says you're going to go to the amusement park and go roller skating and to a bop dance contest.
That's right. Tonight's a big night. Tonight I'm asking Angel Cake to wear my pin.
Wear his pin?
Yes, Ralph. When a girl wears a fella's pin, it means she's going steady. She's his and nobody else's.
Oh, yeah. I get it. It's like a custom we got. You carve your best girlfriend's initials on a shovel down there.
Atomic passion.
Angel Cake.
You know what, Ralph? Hard to believe. Those kids remind me of me when I was a youth. I acted silly like those kids. But I guess as time goes on, I grew older, I matured.
Yeah, now you're a full-grown nut. There's a lot of full-grown nuts around this house. Now I get the whole thing, Alice. I finally got the picture.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Judy Connors was up here today, wasn't she? She's the one that was talking about bop contests and roller skating. That's what put the bug in your ear.
Well, what if she did?
What if she did? She's a 14-year-old kid, Alice. Do you think you're 14 years old? There's a laugh. She thinks she's 14. Look at me, I'm 13. Go ahead. Come on, get dressed. We gotta go to the junior prom right away.
You can stop laughing, Ralph. If you wanted to make me feel ridiculous, you've done that, Ralph. I admitted I made a mistake. I was trying to be something I'm not. At the same time, Ralph, I didn't think it was so ridiculous trying to recapture the fun that we used to have. I didn't think that I was that old, Ralph, but you've shown me that I was wrong. I just thought that going to amusement parks and dancing and roller skating was the kind of thing that would keep you young. It might have. At least it was worth a try. But you don't have to worry, Ralph. I promise you, you will never have to laugh at me again. I will stop being ridiculous, and I will never, ever mention it again.
She's right, Norton. She's right. There's nothing wrong with somebody wanting to stay young. It's my fault. Well, I'm telling you right now, Norton, I'm changing.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna start taking her to dances and roller skating. I'm gonna learn all the new dances. The Big Apple. Suzy Q. The Continental, Hesitation Waltz, all of that. And I'm gonna learn all the expressions, too, like Vodo-Dio-Do, 23 Skidoo. And I'll kiss you later, I'm eating a potato. All of that stuff I'm gonna do. What's so funny?
Vodio-Do, 23 Skidoo. I'll kiss you later, I'm eating a potato.
What's wrong with those expressions?
Boy, oh boy, how can anyone so round be so square? Ralph? Oh, Ralph, I'm here with a phonograph. Let's go, boy. Hey, Ralph.
Be out in a minute.
Come on.
Well, how about it? What do you think?
Wait a minute. Just give me a little time to drink this whole thing in. It's like seeing Boulder Dam for the first time.
Never mind that. What do you think?
Well, Ralph, I guess it's all right. You ain't exactly no ding-dong daddy from Dubas.
Well, never mind that. Now, did you get all the stuff to teach me to dance?
Yeah, I got the record.
Tonight is going to be a big night for Alice and me, and I want to dance correctly when I start.
Wait a minute. Where'll I put this?
I can't wait to get going.
I got a phonograph here, and I got some records.
Yeah?
Well, I'll put this first one on here. This one here's the Hucklebuck.
Oh, the Hucklebuck.
This was always good for me. There we go now. There we are.
Here's a dance you should.
This is one of those numbers that tells a story.
When the lights are have your baby there. Do the Hucklebuck, do the Hucklebuck. If you don't know how to do it, boy, you're out of luck.
Wait a second. You don't expect me to do that, do you?
Of course I do.
I can't do that
stuff. Listen to the record. Listen to the music. Just do what the lurker says on there on the record there. That's all you gotta do. Get in the groove and be gay. You ready?
All right, go ahead.
Here we go.
stop me for? It's just rolling then.
You're supposed to waddle like a duck.
How can I waddle like a duck?
Well, it's easy. Just walk like you always do. Now, come on, let's get with it again here. Both of us together. That's it.
Here's a dance you
Good.
should know.
Got the knack of it now.
That's it.
And the lights are down.
I got it now, Norton.
What are you doing?
Just brushing up on a little dancing, that's all. You wanted me to be a dancer, so I'm just brushing up.
Well, what is this crazy costume you're wearing?
This isn't a costume. This is what all of us cats wear. I got it. I'm hip, ready to go. I'm gone.
You're gone, all right. Ralph, is all of this because of what we talked about last night?
Yes, it is, and I'm taking you out tonight. I'm taking you dancing and roller skating.
Oh, Ralph, that's wonderful.
Now, hurry up and get dressed. Oh, wait a minute, before you get dressed. Here. Put this on. My pin. Put it on, Norton. Let's go. Do it. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Let's sit here and wait for the boys to come out, huh?
Okay, swell.
Here comes Ed.
Not bad, eh?
Fancy stuff. Oh, Ed, this has been a wonderful evening. First dancing and now this. Hey, we ought to do this more often.
You betcha.
Ed,
What?
where's Ralph?
Ah, he's coming. Hey, Ralphie, boy, hurry up in there. Boy, I'm telling you, that husband of yours is a real youngster, Alice. Where did you see him on the skates? I bet he's a real whiz. Come on, Ralphie, boy, in there.
Well,
come on, let's go.
Can't we skate around here?
Oh, come on, Ralph.
Come on.
Silly. We want to go in and skate in the rink. Come on.
Go, there's plenty of room. I tell you, he's a real whiz. And I'm on, Ralphie, boy.
Look, haven't we had enough of this skating? Can't we go home now?
No, you gotta prove to Alice that you're young. Recapture your youth.
Capture my youth. I keep this up, I'll lose my old age.
Come on, let's get a little action here. Skate around the rink a little while. You get used to it.
Look, are we going to skate or aren't we?
We're gonna skate. Be patient. Hey, you know what? One of my wheels is a little stiff. I think I'll get a little Earl on it. I'll be right back.
Say, Triggs, while we're waiting for Ed, how would you like some coffee?
Oh, all right, might as well.
Ralph, Trix and I want some coffee. You want to go over and get us some?
It's all the way over there.
Well?
All right.
Can we have a couple of cups of coffee, please?
Yes, sir.
Well, here you are. What happened? Spilled a little coffee. Well, don't make a big deal out of it.
Big deal, my best skirt.
All right, let's go.
Let's go now.
Push yourself up.
I'm cooperating. Come on.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Oh!
Help me open my coat. Get easy, will you? I hurt my elbows. Bang! Zoom! You had to go roller skating, didn't you? Had to go roller skating. I want to go roller skating. That's what it is, roller skating. I could have broke my leg. Don't Ralph me.
You were the one that said, you know, that you wanted to go roller skating. You were going to take me.
I was the one that said. I suppose I come home from work and said, let's go roller skating, huh? You were the one that said it. With the tunnel of love in the crazy house. Roller skating, bop contest. You know how embarrassing it is to fall down in the middle of a skating rink and can't get up? Everybody looking at me. Shut up! You didn't look any too good either, picking me up. It's embarrassing. What are you laughing at? Boy, I went down, didn't I? What a vibration! The time you gave a tug on me and left your arms there. Boy, I'm telling you. You know something? I learned something tonight. Believe me, I did. I had a lot of fun. You know, doing all those silly things that we did reminded me of when we really were kids, Alice. Remember that? Mm-hmm. We used to go dancing and roller skating, everything, loop-the-loops. Remember when it was all over at night? We used to go to the Chinese restaurant and have some Chinese food. Got a whole dinner for 60 cents. I used to order the chop suey, you'd get the fried rice, then we'd split it. I kept asking the guy for bread. He says, we have no bread here. It's a Chinese restaurant. I said, how am I going to push it on the fork? I used to count him. He used to bring the bread. Boy, those were the days, I'm telling you.
Ralph,
Yeah.
you remember the dances we used to go to at the Sons of Italy Hall?
Yeah. They had some good bands in that joint, too. Isham Jones, Ted Fiorita, Little Jack Little.
Not to forget Basil Fomine.
Basil Fomine?
Johnny Messner and his toy piano.
Yeah. You know something? Talking like this, it teaches you one thing. Acting young isn't what keeps you young. But if you got some memories, some good memories of when you were young, that's what keeps you young. Thinking about it in your old age, when you were a kid. All the things that you did. That's the whole secret of it. You know, it's a shame. I read someplace one time, and the guy was right about it, too. I think it was Bernard Shaw. He says it's a shame that youth has to be wasted on young people. It's right, too.
You know something, Ralph?
What?
I learned something tonight, too.
Yeah, what?
Well, I learned that I don't even mind growing old, as long as you and I grow old together.
Baby, you're the greatest.
That's the greatest stuff there,
Xin chào các bạn, hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn tô màu bức tranh sinh nhật của một con gấu này. Các bạn cùng mình tô bức tranh này nhé. Và hoa này mình tô màu vàng. Chùm bóng bay mình sẽ tô nhiều màu sắc nha. Đầu tiên mình tô màu vàng, màu đỏ. Tiếp theo mình tô màu tím. Mình tô thêm màu hồng. Chữ Happy Birthday thì mình tô màu xanh nhé. Các bạn nhớ theo dõi hết video để xem thành quả của mình nha. ơi, vậy là chỉ với ít phút mình đã hoàn thành xong bức tranh ngày hôm nay rồi đấy. Các bạn hãy cho mình biết ý kiến của các bạn về bức tranh này nhé. Video của mình xin được kết thúc ở đây. Các bạn đừng quên nhấn like và đăng ký kênh ở phía dưới để theo dõi những video tiếp theo của mình nha. Bye bye.